We welcome you back inside Clinton Prairie High School, where the 13-2 Gophers play host to the 6-6 Clinton Central Bulldogs. Sean Walker, Pete Gasher here to call the basketball game this evening for you on the ISC Sports Network. Pete, we had a fantastic game earlier on with the girls. We saw some, even though the game was a little lopsided, we got to see some memorable moments for a couple of girls, and Kendall Davidson getting to her 1,000th point, Tinley Neal moving into 6th place on the girls' side of basketball, and now we get to see the second half of this rivalry between the boys.
And I think this is going to be a very exciting game here. Lots of energy for both of these two teams. Rivalry game, you know, and like you said earlier with the girls' game, you know, when it comes to records, you can throw them out when these two teams come together and start playing.
It's going to be interesting to see tonight. Both of these teams very balanced in scoring when it comes to their starting lineups. They both have three guys. They have that main score around 15, 16 points a game. Then they have a couple of guys around that 10-point mark, and then the other two, 5 and above. When you get past the starters, though, Pete, there's not a lot there. You get contribution, but you never know one night from the next who's going to come off the bench and have a big night. That could be the key here this evening for one of these two teams, is getting some bench production.
Clinton Central, 7 seniors on that team?
A lot of experience.
A lot of experience there. One of those things that came out from that is they do a really good job of getting to the free throw line, right? So they're very good, they're wise, they're good at drawing fouls. So look for that to be one of the keys here tonight for Clinton Central Bulldogs. Find a way to draw those fouls and get to the line.
The tip underway. Gophers will have the first possession of the ball game. Your starting lineups for the home team, the Clinton Prairie Gophers: the junior, Jonas Knipp; the senior, Garrett McGraw; senior, Trevor Funk; sophomore, Caden Davis; and senior, Drew Blacker. They look down low to Davis. This one lost loose for a minute. Gophers recover. Starting lineups for the Bulldogs: senior, Coda Allen; senior, Kyle Pickard; junior, JT Riddens; junior, Troy Smith; and sophomore, Luke Davison.
Lots of energy for the Bulldogs there on that defensive possession there. I mean, really coming out really strong, getting into the face. We're going to see this exact same thing from the Gophers here. Like to get out and pressure you. Boom!
3 on the way. Luke Davison knocks it down, gets the Bulldogs on the board first. An interesting matchup tonight. When the Gophers go man-to-man, I'm interested to see how Jonas Knipp handles that matchup with Coda Allen. Coda Allen, number 4 for Clinton Central, leads the team in scoring with 15 points per contest. Knipp looks inside. They get it down low. Funk misses, gets his own rebound, back up in traffic. The hoop and the horn. A little flex.
Got a strong move by Funk. Went up strong the first time, couldn't get it to go, held on to it. 2 guys right there he had to fight off.
Funk with the first field goal tonight for the Gophers, a chance to tie it up here from the free throw line. Had kind of a quiet night against Fountain Central, just 7 points. Funk averages a little over 12 points per game. The pass ahead, loose ball. Davison tracks it down.
Saving it.
Troy Smith, number 14, into the lane, into traffic. He'll draw the foul. See if they give this one to Blacker. And they do. For Drew Blacker, he's a player that has really shown up when our cameras have been in the gymnasium. We were here last week for Fountain Central. Drew Blacker had 14 points and really kind of helped carry the torch there for the Gophers. Smith, 2 for 2 at the line. 5-3 early lead.
Pressure now. Good job by the Gophers to beat it, get it across.
Knipp thought about the 3. He'll draw the foul. It'll be the first on number 12, JT Riddens.
Well, that's a lot of time for Knipp to think about it, Sean. I mean, he was wide open there. Just didn't pull the trigger.
Davis will get it to Funk. Funk will set up the offense here for the Gophers. Good slip pass.
Look.
All knotted up at 5 now after the bucket from Blacker.
Got a little pressure from the Gophers.
Pickard throws it right
Turnover.
to Nip. Nip looks to push now for the Gophers. McGraw, 3 on the way. No good. And a foul over the back called on Funk.
Yeah, they got 22.
These two teams, no stranger to each other over the years. Though in history, things have been lopsided recently. The Gophers have won 11 straight games versus the Bulldogs. You got to go all the way back to the 2012-2013 season for the last time Clinton Central was able to beat Clinton Prairie. Being hounded outside. Nip takes a little contact. Referee's letting him play early. 3 knocked down. Go to Allen. Then he reached for some arrows and let him know.
Tell you, yeah. Had the screen right there in front of him. Nobody able to put a hand in his face. He just let it go.
Funk runs into a double team. Double team retreats, so he loses the basketball.
Funk starting a little slow here. Starting a little struggle.
Zone defense for the Gophers now. Pickard knocks down the 3. 3 3-pointers in the first quarter for Clinton Central.
And they come out with some hot shooting. I was watching earlier at the shoot-around, and, man, they were really knocking them down. So, you know these guys are warmed up. Rivalry game, they're ready to go.
Funk to Blacker. Blacker answers.
Boy, Blacker just got a good-looking shot.
Blacker averages 5 points per game. He's got 5 already tonight. Pickard trying to penetrate against the zone. Great pass.
Oh, good look.
That was Luke Davidson's second field goal. He's got 5. McGraw, baseline, he'll draw the foul on Davison. Decent size here for the Bulldogs. 6-foot Kyle Pickard, 6'1" Troy Smith, 6'2" Luke Davison. Those are in the starting lineup. But they also have Anson Barrett, who's 6'5", and Dylan Price, who's 6'5", that we can see off the bench.
That's 2 on Luke Davison, Sean. He'll take a seat, and he has 5 early points, so we'll see what the Bulldogs can do with him sitting on the bench right now.
Garrett McGraw had a very quiet night against Fountain Central, just 6 points. Really did not seem himself out there at all. Averaging 16 points per contest. In the 3 games prior, he had 25, 24, and 23. So maybe he was just due for an off night. Thankfully for the Gophers, though, younger brother Jake McGraw stepped in as a freshman. He put up 21 points. Pickard, 3, no good.
Had a good look at it. Just couldn't get it to go down. Another wide open 3.
That pass a little low for Blacker. Had to go down and get it. Through the timing of that jump shot off a little. 13-9 your score.
Blacker gets about 2 more seconds in that. He's got to, he can hit that shot.
Number 34 is Dylan Price, who's checked in for the Bulldogs.
Let's see that zone now. Whoa, that was way off.
Somebody turned the ceiling fan on. Is that one wide left?
Be down on the floor this time.
McGraw draws the foul.
Might be Allen.
Important to note for the Gophers. Number 12, Jake McGraw into the game. Number 15, Ryan Harshbarger in as well.
Oh, there's a throwaway. A turnover for the Gophers, Sean. can't afford to do that.
This is a Gopher team that is number 9 in the state in average margin of victory. They have beat their opponents this year by 18.5 points per game. They trail right now. This is not a point that we've really seen.
Good looking pass. Oh, goodness, sorry.
We've not really seen the Gophers from behind this year. Jake McGraw gets a shot to go. I know in the Carroll game we were not there, but Carroll came out and hit 5 or 6 threes right away. They built an early lead, and Clinton Central already with 3 threes in the first quarter.
Nip on Allen. It's a fun matchup to watch right there. A lot of energy in both of those guys.
They're banging each
That's
other
going to be an
around.
offensive foul.
I told you earlier, I mentioned that matchup was going to be one to watch tonight. You see those two going at each other.
2 fouls now on Allen and 2 fouls on Davison. 2 guys that you don't want sitting on your bench for the Bulldogs. You need them out on the floor.
So Allen comes out, Anson Barrett comes in. Going with size are the Bulldogs now, but Funk able to spin and score.
Really nice move for Funk. Picks up his 5th point. Oh, nice
throws
steal.
it away. McGraw the other way. Foul and a little bit of confrontation
there's
here
a technical
between
foul too. It's going to be 2 right away.
JT Riddens, the junior, with a hard foul on the freshman, Jake McGraw, and we'll see who they got the technical on here.
That will be his 2nd foul, and if he gets his tech, let's see what happens.
They're going to give a foul to each player. Double technical here on each player. A personal foul on JT Riddens.
And the Gophers have also been assessed a technical foul on number 12, Jay McGraw.
Really don't understand the call against the Gophers there. I don't see really anything, unless there was some jabberjaw going on, which we can't hear from here, but could have been.
McGraw misses the first free throw attempt. Either way, you got a technical on both players. And it's probably good for the referees to try to establish a little bit of control, as this one's been a little physical. Want to let the players play, obviously, but you got to have cooler heads that prevail. These rivalry games, they carry a little bit of little extra.
Well, these are games you want to win, you know.
Knocked away by Davis.
You said it the best. It's been a little while since Clinton Central has beat these guys, so, that's probably been talked about.
And Pete, you know very well, like I do, these county rivalries like this, these guys in the offseason, they meet at the TPA Park. They meet at Dorner's. They're at each other's open gyms when it's allowed. I mean, these are players that know each other very, very well.
There's a good chance these guys played a little bit of ball together at one time or another. Hey, they may even be friends off the court.
Nip with the handoff. Blacker with it. Back to McGraw out top. Look down low. Funk to Nip. 3 on the way. Misses the shot. Foul underneath on Funk. That's going to be number 2 on Trevor. And this is a situation where the Gophers have to be careful because while they do have some height, they're not as deep in that position necessarily. Funk, Davis, and Black are three guys you really don't want in foul trouble. When you look at the other side and you go 6'2", 6'5", 6'5", 6'2", you don't want to give an inside interior advantage to the Bulldogs.
You got Jake McGraw and Ryan Harshbarger. Both those guys come in and they provide some really good minutes for the team. They're going to have to step their game up here tonight.
Davison back to Coda Allen, who's checked back into the game, number 4. Still being hounded by Nip. Good screen that time. Allen can't get the roll. Tracked down by Price. Price back up and good.
Nice job of getting the rebound and going up strong and scoring that.
It was a good hard screen set a minute ago by number 14, Troy Smith. Or if you're Gophers, you got to talk out there. You get a teammate, get his clock clean.
Clinton Central with 5 guys in the scoring column.
McGraw leans in, loses control. Got to get a shot up. He'll beat the buzzer, leaves it short, and Clinton Central wins period 1. 15-14. Exciting matchup tonight here on the ISC Sports Network, and we'll be back with more right after this.
Many communities in rural America are often overlooked as underserved. These communities are being left behind due to lack of internet and access to state-of-the-art technology. That's why Mulberry Telecommunications provides rural broadband services and technology and is growing their presence in north central Indiana. Because every community deserves infrastructure and beyond. To learn more, contact us today.
At Defining Looks on Sagamore Parkway North in Lafayette, talk to a specialist and discuss your specific needs for wigs or toppers. Defining Looks is committed to helping anyone experiencing hair loss to lead a normal lifestyle. Our wigs are of the highest quality, allowing us to customize to your personal style. Shop our large selection for your medical, cosmetic, or fashion needs. Confident, bold, and fashionable. Be your own kind of beautiful at Defining Looks. Follow us on Facebook or Instagram.
Welcome you back here to Clinton Prairie High School. Start of the second quarter, 15-14. Favor of the Bulldogs. Pete, at the break, we were looking. The Gophers this year have only trailed after the first quarter on 2 occasions. Those 2 games, Covenant Christian and Carroll, both losses for the Gophers. Clinton Central with a 1-point lead.
Facing a very experienced Bulldog team here, and they've come to play.
Trap in the corner. Looking out top, Nip intercepts the pass. Nip with a little head fake, able to one up, and there we go. A little good sportsmanship from both teams.
Barrett picks up,
yeah.
getting his first foul.
Barrett listed at 6'5". Nip listed at 5'7".
Say, man, he's a tall kid.
And somehow Nip was able to maneuver around the block there and draw the foul.
He's got that basketball build.
Nip 2 for 2 from the line. A fantastic shooter on the season, 74%. Gives the Gophers the first lead of the game. Allen to Barrett. Looking for Price that time, knocked out of bounds by Blackard. Nip playing great defense, staying in front of Coda Allen. Allen gets around him here. Ball movement, Pickard, 3, got it again. Kyle Pickard with 2 threes in the contest, and Clinton Central back out in front. What's the call here? We get a foul on Pickard.
Pickard now hit that big 3 and, is fired up.
Bonus opportunity for the Gophers. Chance for the freshman Jake McGraw to get a couple at the line here and tie things back up. But you got to get the first one to go first. McGraw just 1 of 3 from the line now. Gophers fall into that zone defense. They get a push here on number 12, Jake McGraw. What seemed like a very physical game early has gotten very touchy lately. The officials trying to make sure this one.
Referee's putting a clamp down on it right now. Yep. Players have to adjust to this too, Sean. It's one of the biggest things about when you get into this situation is how your players adjust to it now, to the calls that the officials are making.
The ebbs and flows. That shot off. Price rebounds.
Ooh,
Picker.
open.
He's already got 2. Can't get this one.
Ooh, dangerous there.
Nice job by Caden Davis to block out.
Easily got Barrett over the back that time.
Funk out top being hounded by Pickard. This man-to-man defense from the Bulldogs. Off the curl, Funk gets in the lane, leaves it short. Bulldogs loose on the floor, 50-50 ball.
Jump ball.
Troy Smith, Trevor Funk. Jump ball keeps possession with the Gophers.
Nip comes back in for the Gophers.
Coach Peckinpah had high regards for the opposing coach and Derek Davis. You get the block from Price.
The big block.
Peckinpah said, hey, I know they're 500, but Coach Davis has these guys playing really well.
Yeah, and you can tell a lot of energy. The Gophers got somebody in their face every time they drive down the lane. That's exactly what's got to happen. Oh, about picked the pocket.
Allen looks to penetrate against the defense. Little floater, leaves it short. Funk comes out.
Looking to push.
Prairie on the run. Blocking foul that time. Funk gets bailed out, a little out of control. Defender was not set though. Barrett will draw his second foul. Funk 1 for 1 tonight from the line, able to get that 3-point play the old-fashioned way back in the first quarter. 6 points now tonight for Funk. Number 40, Tyler Rail, checks in.
Rail is a big body kid, linebacker.
A 6'2" senior. Again, 7 seniors on this Clinton Central Bulldog roster. Funk goes 1 of 2 this trip. Loose ball. Pickard picks it up. Price. Baseline, no good. There's Rail down low. I think Funk took a shot to the face there.
Oh, here we go. See Levi Osler coming in for the Gophers.
Coach Peckinpah is going to bring some size in from their side as well. Osler goes 6'4", does the sophomore. He said in his notes to us tonight that look for Osler to get some minutes, knowing that he might have to match up with the size that Clinton Central was going to bring. And I would say Osler's a much better matchup in there for Rail. I don't know if those two guys are playing basketball tonight or ready to run security for somebody, but some big boys.
Definitely, definitely.
1-point lead for the Bulldogs. Old-fashioned Clinton County rivalry.
Good closeout. Oh, got the man off his feet.
Pickard somehow finds Rail.
Oh, he got it to go.
What a pass. And then Rail able to finish with that strength and traffic. Up to a 3-point lead. Gophers have not led very much in this one. They took a 1-point lead earlier. Bulldogs back to a 3-point game. Nip, no. Loose ball. Nice job by Pickard. Heads up play. That's where your senior experience comes into play.
And this Bulldog team is carrying a lot of energy. The Gophers are going to take a timeout.
Gophers get a timeout. It gives us a chance to thank one of our sponsors, which is Mulberry Telecommunications. They currently offer service in Mulberry, Dayton, rural Lafayette, rural Frankfort, and other communities in Clinton and Tippecanoe County. Expanding fiber services up into Flora and Bringhurst, Piermont, in an area that we're calling Wildcat Valley. Want to find out if your neighborhood has Mintel Fiber? Visit mintel.net to get started. Mulberry Telecommunications, it's the best gig in town. Pete, I really feel like the Gophers a little shocked this evening at the intensity and the effort the Bulldogs have come out with.
I think the Bulldogs match up really well with the Gophers. A lot of size there. Gophers got a lot of size themselves. You get somebody about the same body build, same size, cause problems for you.
I don't know that the Gophers should be surprised because Coach Peckinpah said in his notes, these guys are going to come out intense. They're going to bring it tonight. We have to match that level. Coach can say those things in practice leading up to the game, but until you see it in real time, real speed, and you feel that pressure, you never know how you're going to react.
Yeah, you had a lot of praise for Coach Davis, saying he's got his boys playing at a high level, and he sure does.
Bulldogs coming off of a victory over Delphi where they won 42-36. Trying to get back-to-back wins. Nip sneaks in for the rebound.
Good job of getting a hand in the face.
Pushes it up the floor. Harsh Parker, 3. No. Osler, rebound,
Nice
and the
effort.
bench.
Nice effort.
Gotta love the hustle both teams are displaying. And they're gonna call a foul against Clinton Central, saying that Osler was pushed out of bounds. Osler's first free throw attempt good. Talking about Coach Davis, Pete, he said he wanted to know, this is the first time since 2016-17 that Clinton Central has had 6 wins. It's the best start since 07-08 when they started 6-6. Osler goes 1 of 2 at the line. Funk. Down the floor, all tied up.
Nice job of driving through the hoop, protecting it with his left hand. Nobody can get into it. Nice layup, finish. Gophers now getting that defense going. Boy, they're going to get Nip with the body, I guess.
Nip doing a good job of moving his feet. Push with the lower body that time, gets called for the foul. The 14, Troy Smith, comes back into the game. Leading scorer for Clinton Central on the season, Coda Allen, just 3 points so far in this one. He's been the focus of the defense. You can tell that zone, that 3-2, that 2-1-2 zone looks just a little different tonight, where they're really hounding the ball handler and Allen and letting the rest kind of play in that zone.
That Bulldog crowd was about ready to come unglued there for a second. But Nip, man, he just loves to hound them.
Allen gets in the lane, runs into Osler, loses the ball momentarily. Traveling
yeah,
violation.
nowhere to go.
We mentioned during the girls' game, tonight's theme was Sports Center for the student section. So they got it set up over there in front of the band. They got calling it the Gopher Dome. ESPN, not necessarily, but ISC Sports Network's here for you. Who knows, maybe we'll get a top 10 highlight.
Woo! Big block. Boy, Dylan Price. That's 2 blocks for him.
The 6'5 junior showing off the length. I don't know that either coach has sat down since this one started either, Pete.
I don't think so. I wouldn't have been able to sit down.
Allen runs out of real estate but finds Price on the wing. We're going to get a timeout here taken by Clinton Central. Full timeout, but we'll stay here with you. 2 minutes to go before the half, all tied at 20. It sounds like a cliche, Pete, to say, throw the records out the window. This is a rivalry. But that's exactly what we've gotten so far here in this first half. This portion of our broadcast brought to us by Ardente Dental, where they offer high-tech dentistry with a personal touch. Their team are all trained and knowledgeable in many areas of dentistry and believe strongly in continuing education to provide their patients with the latest technology and techniques. Look forward to providing the highest quality of dentistry achievable not only for you, but for your family and friends as well. Visit ardentedental.com for more information. Ardente Dental, healthy smiles start here. Sean Walker, Pete Gasho on the call for you this evening. Live from the studio here at ISC. One of the things we did when the pandemic hit was get ourselves remote, so we didn't have to put as many people in the gymnasium.
Yep.
We could kind of social distance ourselves, but not sacrifice the coverage. So that's what we're doing. We're inside the studios, but we're still inside the gymnasium, and we're still inside your homes bringing this game to you. For Pete, Jake Morris, Tony Stewart, I want to thank you for tuning in tonight. It's been a fun night of basketball here on ISC. Allen and Nip. Again, been very fun to watch tonight. Those two kind of battle it out. Funk with the takeaway. Looks to push. Out top, Blacker.
Oh, boy.
Can't get it to go.
Those are shots he usually hits, and they go down.
Nip loses his footing. Allen takes advantage and knocks down the jumper. He's got 5 now. Credit go to Allen for not giving up his aggressiveness tonight, even though Nip's all over him.
And Allen picked up those 2 fouls, early on. So credit him, too, to hang in there, stay on the floor, and not make any mistakes.
Funk powers his way to the block, keeps it alive, back up, no. Caden Davis battling. Loose ball. See if they called a jump ball or a foul here. They're going to get the foul on number 14, Troy Smith. I believe that's Smith's just first foul tonight. That's what I've got him for. Caden Davis leaves the first free throw short. And the Gophers have struggled from the line tonight, Pete.
Yeah, you got to make these in these kind of games. Got the second one, though.
1 of 2. As a team, they shoot 74% from the line tonight.
Man,
I believe it's at 50%.
Been a fast game, Sean, under a minute now.
1 point lead for the Bulldogs. Nip continues to hound Allen. McGraw stretching that defense out on Davidson. They're going to get Nip for the foul here.
That's going to be his second.
One-on-one opportunity now for Luke Davison. Luke, 55% free throw shooter on the season.
Had 5 in the first quarter. Can't get that one. He gets his own rebound. Loose ball.
Under 30. McGraw looks to push. Finds Osler. Osler rolls one in.
Oh, Osler. 3 points.
We said at the top of the telecast,
Gophers take the lead.
it might be a role player, a sixth man tonight that makes a difference in this game. So far, I'd have to say it's Dylan Price defensively for the Bulldogs.
Oh, bad shot. Tried to force one up.
Oh, my goodness.
Line drive.
100-mile-an-hour fastball almost banks in. The Gophers, after an intense first half of action, lead 23-22. Stay tuned, halftime show when we return.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirit, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
Finding affordable, quality reproductive health care isn't always easy. Did you know that there is now a family planning and reproductive health clinic in our area that is income-based? Services include Pap tests, breast cancer screenings, pregnancy tests, sexually transmitted infection and HIV testing, same-day birth control placement, filled prescriptions, and free condoms. Services are on an income-based sliding scale. Visit 1234 Rossville Avenue or call 659-6063 for more information or to schedule an appointment.
Many communities in rural America are often overlooked as underserved. These communities are being left behind due to lack of internet and access to state-of-the-art technology. Access to broadband internet could be the difference between providing an education and leaving new generations behind.
Living in rural America, the biggest obstacle was that we were trying to find a comprehensive approach to address the complexities of my son's autism. I mean, we needed people that could break down the complex issues that we were experiencing, that I understood what I needed to do, that by having high-speed internet, we were able to get the resources and the education we needed.
Mulberry has recognized that there is a need in our community for broadband internet. This has been something that we have been focusing on for the last 10 years. The needs that are all around us with jobs and schools and medicine and many layers of needs that are out there now. But it's not just that, it's the bandwidth required for those needs. You think about any normal residential family and look at what they're doing on a daily basis. It changes a lot, but the bandwidth requirements seem to be that consistent element of this. But also even more than that, we're starting to expand into the CLEC portion, which is the non-traditional boundaries that we have. And so for us, it's a natural transition because of our aggressive stance with fiber and where we hope to go even in the future. So it's enabled us to be in that place where as we build out these networks, we're seeing the needs of today, but we're also doing it and recognizing the needs of tomorrow and trying to build out that way.
Fiber optic technology can enhance a community's way of life and provide new opportunities never before available. Luckily, local organizations are working together to solve the problems that major telecom providers have ignored.
Being able to deploy new technologies like fiber optic internet, for example, I think is imperative. And during the pandemic, we've kind of seen that. Everybody, regardless of the location, needs to be able to work, attend school, even consult with doctors completely remotely. And that's something nobody could have predicted 2 years ago. So having access, regardless of location, is, well, necessary to be able to handle challenges like we're facing now in the future.
Getting access to make things beneficial for our customers. That's the key, that's the name of the game, is how can we get connected to even those furthest reaches that are out there. We started from the outside and started to work in, so a lot of our rural customers, as we built out our fiber network, they received the benefit first. And as we start to look at our future and how we're forecasting what's next for us, and we want to be able to go into these areas that we recognize a need for and go in and do what we do best, which is serve them with broadband internet. And being able to allow that rural customer the privilege to be on that network, and that's what motivates us.
Well, originally when we were with the slower internet, it was always frustrating because we couldn't communicate well with one another. A lot of the teaching and a lot of how they're training me about nutrition or about other things that I need to do within my home, the internet connection was slow or what I was saying was getting all muffled, then that's very frustrating. Definitely with high-speed internet, everything was just perfect. We were able to communicate back and forth as far as what was going on in the videos that I was sending to them, and so that was huge. I was able to really communicate, and that's what's necessary.
Mulberry Telecommunications provides rural broadband services and technology for over 100 years. Their mission is to provide an essential infrastructure for their community and beyond.
We have lived in this house for 15 years, and it's in a rural area, and we were having terrible internet service, and that was very frustrating because I wanted to be able to run my business. I wanted to be able to also communicate with a clinic that was in Philadelphia. So there was goals that I wanted to achieve, and those goals were not going to be achieved without high-speed internet. So we approached Mulberry, and we told them what our needs were, and they met those needs. They went above and beyond, and the service has been perfect.
I grew up in a rural community myself, so I understand the pain of not having any access to broadband whatsoever. So I love that every day we get to solve those challenges for everybody. Also, honestly, I just like the challenge and love the learning opportunities that come with it. This career field is so broad and vast that I feel like I could go for another 40 years and not fully master every part of it, and I think that's awesome.
Mulberry is a cooperative built and managed by local community members with the mission to provide equal opportunity and state-of-the-art technology to Americans in rural communities. Mulberry strives to provide outstanding customer service and enhance their customers' way of life.
When I started at Mulberry 5 years ago, we were using less than a sixth of our current internet traffic today. Now, after the pandemic, we've seen customers use their internet at all times throughout the day. So we're really focused on reliability, redundancy, and scalability looking into the future.
With the world that's really shaking a lot around us, we can be that stable force. We can be that connection point to get them to whatever they need to do, no matter if it's very high and of importance or if it's very low and it's just something to do for fun. As a telecommunications provider, we want to be that connection point to our customers. Our mission at Mulberry is to serve the rural community. It has been that way for 100 years and will continue to be that.
To learn more, contact us today.
Hi, I'm Query.
And I'm Schultz.
And of course, we do the incredibly creatively and appropriately named Query and Schultz program every Monday on ISC Sports Network. Derek, it airs at what time?
7:30.
Okay, every Monday at 7:30. We're now on season number 2, and if history tells us anything, catch us now because you never know when they pull the plug on it.
Why would you say that?
Because it's happened
That's not
before.
going to happen here. Comcast, Xfinity 81, ISCSportsNetwork.com, ISC Sports Network, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, so many places to watch Query and Schultz, 7:30 on Monday.
Welcome back to Clinton Prairie High School at the half. Sean Walker, Pete Gass show here on the ISC Sports Network. Gophers trailed for much of the first half, able to take the lead there late in the second quarter, lead 23-22. Pete, what's really stood out to you so far in this game from either team?
For me, it's a hot shooting of the Clinton Central Bulldogs. 4 3-pointers in that first half for them, and only one for the Gophers. I believe Blacker hit that one. So the hot shooting for the Clinton Central has really kept them in this game, and just their energy on the floor is really I think really the energy has been matched on both sides, you know, and the fun watching Nip and Allen go at it. I tell you what, that's been the matchup there on the floor tonight.
Yeah, you can see two guys match up perfectly size-wise, just kind of getting after each other out there offensively and defensively as the highlights continue to roll. What stood out to me so far in this game is really kind of the star power that's missing right now. Garrett McGraw averaging 16.4 points per game. He's got 1. This is the second game in a row for McGraw where he's kind of struggled. He was scoreless at the half against Fountain Central and only finished with 6 in that one. But tonight, Jake McGraw, the freshman, who picked up that scoring load for him, he's only got 3 at the half. So it's been funk so far for the Gophers with 8, Blacker with 5. And, we talked about maybe that 6-man getting some action here tonight. Levi Osler's with 3 points. We've seen him play some pretty good defense and some hustle plays as well. On the other side of the court, Kyle Pickard has a pair of threes. He leads the Bulldogs with 6. Coda Allen with 5. Luke Davidson with 5. And you and I both like Dylan Price and Tyler Rail when they came in for Clinton Central, Pete. They brought some size and some intensity there for the Bulldogs.
We'll probably see number 12 come back out on the floor in the second half. JT Riddens had 2 early fouls, sat down. A little bit of action going on in that first quarter. And so we're probably likely to see him come back out on the floor. He brought a lot of energy to this Bulldog team. So, I expect to see this second half every bit as exciting as the first.
It's going to do it for a halftime show. We'll take another break. When we come back, third quarter action here on ISC. For the ultimate Wi-Fi experience, you need a managed Wi-Fi service with advanced Blast Wi-Fi. Blast Wi-Fi systems provide ultimate coverage, ultimate performance, and ultimate power all the time. Available from Mulberry Telecommunications, Blast Wi-Fi systems feature the latest Wi-Fi 6 technology and are equipped with unrivaled bandwidth and 4 times more simultaneous connections so you can connect tons of devices throughout your home with no lag and no downtime. Plus, with 24/7 support and remote troubleshooting, you can rest assured that Mulberry Telecommunications is always here to help you should any issues arise. It's the ultimate Wi-Fi experience, and it's a blast. Blast Wi-Fi is now included with Mulberry Telecommunications fiber internet packages. Contact Mulberry Telecommunications at 296-2885 today to get started. Bulldogs will have the possession first here to start the third quarter. Trailing by 1. In a game that they really have kind of led the whole way. If we have the clock on time of possession, the Gophers have maybe led a minute total in this one. In the first 16 minutes play. Pete, as you alluded to, JT Riddens back out there, number 12. Picked up those early fouls, had that technical after the altercation with freshman Jake McGraw, who also received a technical. After that, we started to see some sportsmanship and kind of cooler heads prevail. The officials got things back under control there in the first half.
Yeah, exactly. Both these teams came in really pumped up, so a lot of motion out there on the floor.
Davidson with the kick ball. Possession stays with the Gophers. Pete, you and I were talking at the break. Said it'd be interested to see if the Gophers can hold Clinton Central under their average and to the average that they've been keeping people at. As Funk gets the first field goal.
Nice inbound play.
Lead out to 3. And to your point, the Gophers are 4th best in the state of Indiana for points allowed. Just allowing 36.67 points per game. It's pretty phenomenal.
And I believe they got number 4, McGraw, on that foul.
McGraw now with as many fouls as he has points, which is not typical.
Not at all, no.
You used to see McGraw have 8 to 10 points right about now. Allen leaves it short. Funk will bring it up for the Gophers. Funk picks up his dribble. Pickard having him on defense. They go lob. Funk does a good job just bringing it down, and he scores. Now to a 5-point lead. Biggest lead for Clinton Prairie this evening. Pickard goes baseline. Shot up.
Ooh, left that one short. That was a good-looking drive to the basket. Couldn't finish.
Blacker for 3. Got it.
Oh, boy.
7 straight points to start the quarter for the Gophers. They lead now by 8. Timeout taken. As Clinton Central wants to talk things over, and we've seen the Gophers have hot third quarters over the course of this season. Tonight, no different.
That's a great timeout for the Bulldogs. Not let this one get too far out of hand.
Something that Coach Peckinpah said at the half resonated with this team, because 2 of your 3 seniors have come out right away on the offensive end, giving you a quick 7-point jolt.
Well, the good adjustments, I imagine, were, that talked about what needed to be done there in the half. Like I said, a lot of motions were in that first half, and they seem to kind of settle down now, coming back into their own game again.
So out of the timeout, it'll be Clinton Central's basketball. What is a great crowd that has turned out tonight. Friday night.
Blacker just so level-headed out there when I watch him play, doesn't really show a lot of emotion. But, man, he just does the right stuff for you.
I really think him being a starting quarterback and having to handle that pressure and command the offense has really helped his basketball game this year in the leadership. Ridden's 3 on the way. Just missed. McGraw looks to push. Into the lane, shot up, draws the foul.
Got it.
Count the bucket. And the foul will be on Coda Allen. So McGraw with a slow first half, slow start to the game. Now has 4. Again, we've been accustomed to seeing Garrett put up some pretty big games. Had 3 straight games on the network where he went 25, 24, and 23. Pickard had a few threes in the first. Gonna get a foul here, looks like on McGraw.
Yeah, I think they got Garrett again. That'll be his second.
Davison to inbound. We'll get it out to Allen out top. Into the lane, shot up, nice soft roll for Smith. That's the first field goal for Clinton Central in the second half.
Stop that drought.
3-minute scoring drought. McGraw off the curl. Davison back to Coda Allen. Riddens. Davidson found some space, lets it fly. Leaves it a little short. Blacker for 3. I've seen him hit a couple of those from dead on right at the top of the key this evening. Good pass.
Oh, what a pass and what a finish.
Kyle Pickard with 8 points. Leads the Bulldogs here this evening. Had a 3-game streak recently where he struggled.
He tried to go back door again that time. Bulldogs were ready for it.
Pickard was 3 of 25 over his last 3 games before the Delphi game. Finished with 12 points against Delphi in their win.
Oh, wide open.
Allen, 3.
Ooh, man.
Off the side of the rim.
Yeah. 2 of those now. Allen's had a chance to knock down, not able to get them to go.
In fairness to Allen, he had 0 breathing room in the first half. I don't know that he's used to having that much space on the floor tonight, because it looks like Jonas Nip has finally let up that defensive pressure just a little bit.
Nip had a couple fouls on him at the beginning there. And Coach probably said, I love your aggressiveness, but, you got to be careful because we need you on the floor in that fourth quarter.
Nip puts the ball on the floor, spins. They call an offensive foul on the push-off.
Foul. That'll be 3 on Nip.
Coach Peckinpah is not happy about that call at all. Circus shot, doesn't count. Looked fun, though. Said he pushed off with the off arm. Bulldogs trail by 7. Look to try to cut into that lead here.
That's a giveaway.
It pushes up the floor, goes to the corner. McGraw passes up the 3, gives it to Blacker. Blacker with 3 threes on the night, 11 points in the game. Davidson finds Price. Price lets the defense roll by.
Price was waiting on, yeah.
Again, getting a little chippy here. Players tied up. Blacker did a good job of walking away. Clinton Central fans not happy, though, at the little extra that he gave him there to kind of toss Price around. Coach Davis having that conversation.
Oh, there's a tech.
Too much of that conversation is going to get him teed up.
I don't know what he said to him, but down 10 points, this is not what you need.
Jonas Nip at the line will look to add to that lead, and he'll push it to 11.
He'll stick a 70% free throw shooter at the line. Now you're going to give him the ball.
The Gophers get 2 free ones there and the ball back. Could be a 5-point swing.
Somebody hits a 3 here. It's ugly.
Good job by Price to step out on that screen and stop Nip's momentum. Back to Funk. Overplaying defensively that time was Pickard. Foul's starting to add up here. 12-point lead. What was a 1-point game at the half? It's now double digits. Well, in about 6.5 minutes. Davis puts the ball on the floor and takes it in.
Strong move by Caden Davis.
I know that's something Coach Peckinpah would love to see more out of Caden Davis. Use his size and his length. Capabilities there. Steps in, gets the steal. Davis the other way. McGraw on the follow and put back. 16-point lead now for the Gophers. Just a 3-point quarter for the Bulldogs. You wondered that defense from the Gophers was going to get dialed up. And so far here in the third quarter, you've gotten your answer.
They've turned it up all right.
Creating turnovers and carnage. And the offensive end starting to find their rhythm as well. Gophers had 23 points in the first 2 quarters of action. They've got 19 in the third quarter alone. We said they only had 1 3-pointer at the break. Blacker's got 2 in the quarter. McGraw to McGraw. 3, no. Follow, no good either. 42-26, a 19-4 quarter here in the third. 16-point lead for the Gophers. We'll be back with fourth quarter action on ISC right after this.
I brought you a present. A book.
Follow the adventures of the Ardente Dental team as they fight cavities, gum disease, and create beautiful, healthy smiles.
Inconceivable. Hello, my name is Dr. Snyder. You cause cavities. Prepare to die. Inconceivable.
To make your smile look straight and fine, our braces per month are just $1.99.
Inconceivable.
You keep using that word, I do not think it means what you think it means.
Have fun at Ardente Dental.
Your life is on the go. Now your viewing habits can be on the go. With the ISC Sports Network app, your team is at your fingertips. You can download years' worth of content from the ISC Sports Network library. High school, college, special events, weekly and monthly shows, wherever you find your favorite app. And you can always find out more information at iscsportsnetwork.com.
Fourth quarter set to get started here on the ISC Sports Network. Sean Walker, Pete Gashill, Jake Morris, Tony Stewart, everybody behind the scenes at ISC. Great night of basketball here from Clinton Prairie. Saw an entertaining girls contest earlier. Saw some personal achievements met. This was a 1-point game at the half here in the boys game. But an explosion in the third quarter from the Gophers. Had them out to a 16-point lead. Nice defense from the Bulldogs on this trip, though. Foul on Nip.
Nip, he'll pick up his fourth foul.
Nip tonight, 4 points, 4 fouls. Probably has 4 steals, 4 rebounds.
A little bit of everything for that young man. Yep. Yeah.
I can tell you he's burned a lot more than 4 calories with the effort he's given tonight. Go to Allen. Good idea.
Blacker knew that was coming.
It was open. Blacker made a nice read. Trevor Funk with 3. Tyler Rail at the line. First shot, no good. Rail just 41% from the line this season. Had 2 points in the first half. Funk will push for the Gophers. Jake McGraw, corner 3. Woo! Book it. Jake McGraw with 8. And the student section wants you to know that he's a freshman. You'll be seeing a lot more of Jake McGraw is basically what they're telling you. Price down low, taken away by McGraw, who somehow tiptoed the sideline and stayed in.
Oh, wide open.
McGraw off the mark.
And they'll be over the Caden Davis going to pick up the foul, I believe.
Davis over the back that time. Just his first foul.
You know, we talked a little bit about, the defense only allowing for the Gophers, around 37 points. We're wondering, can they do that in this game? They just might do it.
Scoop shot, no good from Coda Allen. Funk now, 2-on-1. McGraw draws the contact. Can't get the shot, but he'll earn a trip to the line.
I think they got Luke Davison on that one. That might be his third foul.
McGraw soft touch on the first free throw. 5 points now for McGraw. Levi Osler going to check into the game. Number 35 for the Gophers.
Osler, man, boy, he is got a build on him, doesn't he, man? That's a big kid.
6'4" sophomore. 1 of 2 at the line this trip. That's kind of been the MO tonight for the Gophers.
Yeah, haven't shot the best from the free throw line.
There's been an area of the game that needs improvement tonight. That's been it.
Good rebound.
Funk will slow things down out top. It's the call from Coach Peckinpah. McGraw down the lane, shot no good, rebounded by Price.
Nice, 2 big blocks in the first half for that young man.
Price just a junior. Go to Allen, deep 3. His first basket since the first half. He's got a timeout taken, 17-point lead. Defining Looks, where they can assist you with a wig for your hair loss needs due to COVID-19. Any medical conditions such as cancer or age-related thinning hair. They're also certified in toppers, wigs for kids, and children with hair loss. Find them at defininglooks.com or on Facebook and Instagram, located at 311 Sagamore Parkway North in Lafayette. So many things have come out of the pandemic that we didn't even realize, Pete, and hair loss is one of them. I actually read an article a while back. I had some patches of hair that I was losing myself after a bout with COVID. They told me I had alopecia, started seeing a dermatologist. And then out of nowhere, the hair just grew back, thankfully. But who knew? Defining Looks is there for you, though, if you've gone through that.
Just some of the craziness of COVID.
It is. We kept hearing that term new normal, and I hated it forever, but I think that's where we're at. We've just adopted it. Saw the official there have a conversation with the athletic director from Clinton Central. I'm wondering if he's not asking him to take a trip over to the student section. Ooh, hard foul there, or hard fall, I should say. Davison went up for that one, and unfortunately nothing to catch his fall but his backside, and man, that hurts.
Yeah, we've seen this a couple times, in college sports just recently, with like one of your guys in your Hoosier teams took a spill.
That Trace Jackson Davis
hurt,
happened,
man.
to him.
You come down on your hip or your butt like that, man. That's a hard floor.
We saw when IU and Purdue played, Race Thompson grabbed a hold of Jaden Ivey, and Ivey took a little bit of a spill.
Yeah, that one right there, nothing intentional on anybody's on the part of that. Just bodies up in the air, and unfortunately, man, when you come down, sometimes you just can't brace yourself. It's just part of the game.
The crowd will applaud Davison as he's back to his feet. Those are one of those tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
That's going to be a deep bruise.
Yep, you hope there's enough adrenaline right now that he just can work through it and continue to play. He's okay.
I'll tell you one thing you cannot do tonight is question the effort from either one of these teams. It has been a hard-fought contest. Gophers lead by 17, but if you're just tuning in, this was a one-point game at the half. Clinton Central led pretty much the entire first half. He was everything but a minute maybe. Gophers took the lead briefly at like 16-15. Clinton Central took it right back, and then in the final seconds of the first half, the Gophers regained the lead. The third quarter have been completely different story here.
That pass
reminds me a lot of that Western Boone game, to be honest, Pete. It was 24-24 at the half. in that one. And the Gophers pulled away, and I think that ended up like a 25 or 30-point victory at the end of that. Don't know that the Gophers will get there tonight. Still quite a bit of basketball to play, obviously. Clinton Central could fight their way back as well. Three on the way again. Blacker knocks down another one. 14 points tonight for Blacker.
Man, those just look so smooth.
Coda Allen, deep three, can't get this one to go. Pickard offensive board. No, loose ball. McGraw with it. Look to push. Gophers got numbers.
Oh, boy.
Save.
Oh.
Hand got up.
Man.
Nip took a shot there to the chin.
Elbow to the chin. Wow.
Officials are going to discuss this one. In the college game and the pro game,
this would be looked at, definitely.
It would be one of those shots above the shoulders is what they would look at. Derek Davis has just received his second technical foul, and he has been tossed.
Wow.
McGraw at the line. I think Peckinpah is asking about the foul itself. Maybe just trying to get some clarification.
I think that's
there.
exactly what is up, yeah. Like, wait a second, how did my guy get to the line?
I mean, there was no doubt about Nip took a shot above the shoulders that did not look like a basketball move.
Oh, it was definitely an elbow that hit the face.
Now, I'm not sure what Coach
Davis said
to earn his
intentional or not, but yeah.
Second technical foul, but we had double techs on players early. McGraw goes 1 of 2 at the line there on the technical fouls. Coach Davis with 2 technicals and has been excused. Four minutes to go here in the contest. It was a 21-point game. Price converges. They try to get the takeaway. They don't. Blacker for 3. No. Loose ball. Funk to Nip. In the lane. Contact. Offensive foul.
His 5th. Nip will have to have a seat. Only 4 points in this contest.
Got to credit Tyler Rail for standing in and taking the charge on that one.
Well, I'll tell you what, it only shows 4 points in that, but man, he played some great defense tonight.
Rail loses the handle on this one. That's one thing I've noticed about Nip all year long. Not necessarily the biggest in size, 5'7", but he is all heart. And he'll give you every ounce of what he's got the whole time he's out there.
It looks like he plays with a lot of motion, definitely.
.1 lead for the Gophers.
And this fourth quarter has almost been as action-packed as the first quarter was. You thought this was a 1-point game.
Credit these Bulldogs for not giving up. 1-point game at the half, then a 19-4 run in that third quarter.
That should be, Bulldog ball.
But these two teams have battled, and the Bulldogs have kept fighting. Only 7 points in the second half for these Bulldogs. But defensively, still showing the fight. You hear the Prairie student section chanting ABC. That chant, ABC stands for Always Beat Central. Something that's probably been around, Pete, since your days, I would bet. Not that I'm trying to say you're old, I'm just saying it's been around
I
a while.
imagine it was.
No love lost here. I mean, these teams used to play regular season, holiday tourney, and sometimes see each other in sectionals as Pickard gets the steal and the run out. You get back into the 80s, early 90s, and you look at these teams probably played 3 times a year on average.
So you're right, though, Sean. The Bulldogs here are just still playing with a lot of energy.
Good slip back door. Blacker's nice scoring night continues. He's got 16. He leads the Gophers tonight. Three on the way. McGraw will rebound. McGraw hit the deck. Rail hits the deck. McGraw a little shaken up as he gets up.
I believe Rail's going to win that battle.
They call a flagrant foul here or another
Not
technical?
Sure. Yeah, I don't think so. He's saying you.
No, he's saying you guys are free to come down.
I'm not real sure what that was.
Say,
I didn't
McGraw
see
was the only
anything
player
there. I
that
was
had
like,
It just looked like a good play on the ball by both players going after a loose ball. Trevor Funk going to check out with 1:41 on the clock. 12 points tonight for the senior. McGraw gets the first free throw.
that is 7 point.
7 points tonight for Garrett McGraw. Osler checks in. The senior Drew Blacker comes off the floor on senior night.
Wow, Blacker had a fantastic game.
16 points tonight for Blacker. And now McGraw will get his curtain call. .23 game. 1:35 on the clock. Step back. Well, that hot shooting start for Clinton Central that they came out with, Pete, they really cooled off there in the second half. Good defensive effort, Coda Allen. Blocked by McGraw, foul with the body. They'll send Allen to the line for 2. Into the game as well for the Gophers, number 30, Lane Holliker. 15, Ryan Harsparger. 35, Levi Osler.
Allen trying to get into double figures now. This is nice.
Speed just said 9 points for Coda Allen. They look to get into double figures. Little under his scoring average on the season. The 10 points tonight for Coda. Still hounding defensively. McGraw looks for Osler. Going away. Rail with it. Strong the other way. Pickard in there trying to come up with it. Caden Davis with the rebound. McGraw took a shot. Lower midsection area. The timeout will be taken here real quick. Give Jake McGraw a moment to recover. Good shot of the bench and the coaching staff for the Gophers. Coach Chad Peckinpah in his third season. 43-14. I'd say his coaching career is off to a fantastic start.
Absolutely.
He might have a long way to go to catch his dad in coaching victories, but he's got a really nice start to his coaching career.
Yeah, he's paving his own path, that's for sure.
Rusty Doyle.
You know, Russ, all the guys they have on their staff. That man, I was so excited when I heard he was coming to coach over at Clinton Prairie. I really was.
Chad, a wonderful basketball player at McCutcheon in his playing days, was an Indiana All-Star, played college basketball. I believe he was at Eastern Illinois and maybe University of Indianapolis, transferred there. Don't quote me on that. I'm pulling that from the memory book. I'm with you. I knew when they got him. My first question to him, in all honesty, was, is this just a coaching start? You know, you're just coming here for a start. And he said, no, I want to come here and build something. I want to do what my dad did.
Nice.
Coach Rick Peckinpah at the helm of the McCutcheon Mavericks for, 30 years, 35 years? I might be selling him short. He was a coach for a long time.
That says a lot about a person.
Pickard still playing hard. Holliker, floater in the lane, gets it to go.
I'll take it. They haven't called him all night.
Go to Allen from deep. No good. Osler on the board. This shot up by Austin De Leon. Hadn't called his name tonight. Number 3, the senior. In the game for the Bulldogs. Number 20, Jacob Wilson is going to come in. Gophers will let Wilson bring it up. Hold the ball for one final possession here. A foul by Coda Allen. Draws a little bit of booze, but I like it, man. You play to the final buzzer.
I do too. Yep. I'm with you on that.
Ryan Harshbarger doesn't mind. He gets to go to the free throw line and maybe put a couple points on the scoreboard tonight. Beat this game definitely. Tale of two halves. I thought the game plan and the intensity, the shooting touch, even, that Clinton Central started the game with. It looked like there was an upset brewing in the building tonight. Harshbarger gets both. 25-point game now as the clock expires. They're going to get a foul here first before the buzzer.
Wow. Really?
So you got to clear the floor, get the cheerleaders off the floor. As Kyle Pickard fouled on the half-court shot. That'll have Coach Peckinpah scratching his head just a little bit.
That might, yeah. Well, Pickard's got 10.
Evidently, they're going to put a little bit of time back on the clock, .2. So bring everyone back out. Had shades of the band is on the field there for a minute.
Yeah, they have to hold off the celebration just for a few here.
Pickard misses the free throw.
That really gets the crowd into it right there. Not picking on you, but That's kind of like throwing fuel on the fire.
One more shot because it was a 3-point attempt.
Got the last
one.
One
of 3 at the line. 9 points tonight for Pickard. 58-34, your final from Clinton Prairie. Pete, your final thoughts on this one?
That's every bit of the action-packed game is what we thought it was. An excellent job by the Gophers in the second half, and really Clinton Central never letting up there in this game and bringing it the whole game, even when the score got out of hand. So congratulations to the Gophers, and we'll see them pretty soon here.
Some defense tonight definitely displayed in the second half. Clinton Central scored 15 points in the first quarter. They only scored 12 points in the entire second half, as defensively the Gophers put their clamps into them. Again, your final tonight, 58-34. For Pete Gashel, I'm Sean Walker. I want to thank Tony Stewart. Special thank you tonight to Jake Morris, who's directing his final game with us here on ISC. We want to wish Jake the best in his future endeavors as he moves on to what will hopefully be bigger and better things for him. And for all of us tonight, to all of you, we appreciate you tuning in. The Gophers tonight take both the girls and boys games in this varsity doubleheader for the special presentation on this Friday night here on the ISC Sports Network. Thanks for tuning in. For the ultimate Wi-Fi experience, you need a managed Wi-Fi service with advanced Blast Wi-Fi. Blast Wi-Fi systems provide ultimate coverage, ultimate performance, and ultimate power all the time. Available from Mulberry Telecommunications, Blast Wi-Fi systems feature the latest Wi-Fi 6 technology and are equipped with unrivaled bandwidth and 4 times more simultaneous connections, so you can connect tons of devices throughout your home with no lag and no downtime. Plus, with 24/7 support and remote troubleshooting, you can rest assured that Mulberry Telecommunications is always here to help you should any issues arise. In addition, the Ultimate Managed Wi-Fi also comes with the Ultimate app. The Command IQ mobile app puts you in control of your home network and makes it easy to set up and connect devices, run network speed tests, pause Wi-Fi, and set parental controls, all from the palm of your hand. It's the ultimate Wi-Fi experience, and it's a blast. Blast Wi-Fi is now included with Mulberry Telecommunications fiber internet packages. Contact Mulberry Telecommunications at 296-2885 today to get started.